Okay, so bad news. Looks like Irene got rid of her Kamala Harris video, so I won't be able to do a rebuttal to that video. I gotta really start uploading because some of the stuff she says, for good reason, she regrets it and removes it because, she's trying to keep her lies straight. Anyway, enough on Irene. So, um, the reason, okay, let me start with a story. So years ago, graduated and found myself in a position to where I had to look for work, and it's hard to find a job when you don't have any experience, and it's hard to get any experience because you know they only hire those with experience. So I found myself wanting money for a little bit of time. So what did I do? I wound up tutoring at a local college. It wasn't anything official. I wasn't part of any group or organization. I just put my information on the bulletin board there and, hopefully got some clients. Fortunately, I did. It was enough to keep the bills paid and everything else. Um, good luck to me, right? Now, what I noticed when I was putting my flyers up was, of course, you check out the competition. Somebody also was advertising, and their bulletin said Asian math tutor, and I thought, wow, that's an interesting way to advertise your wares, and it gives him a slight advantage because I can't really put black math tutor on the bulletin board and have that be a plus. That wouldn't work to my advantage. So, um, my point is that being part of a race with a positive reputation for anything, in this particular case, with a positive reputation for mathematics, mathematical competence, works to the individual's advantage. Now, this person may or may not be a better tutor than myself. I'm probably not if they have a strong accent and they're dealing with someone who doesn't. But they may or may not be a better tutor than myself. But because they belong to that particular race, they were able to have an advantage. And, it got me thinking back then, where else do you see this advantage? And you see it pretty much everywhere. Another example would be Swedish massage. Now, I think there's a Swedish massage technique. Actually, there is. But in addition to that, they just have the better reputation of giving better massages. So, they kind of advertise that, and so do Asians. They say Asian massage parlor and stuff like that, and that's a point of interest. That's a selling tool. People tend to look for the group with the best reputation, and then look for the best person within that group. So if a person wanted an interior decorator, people feel more comfortable if the guy is or, well, if it's a guy, they would be a lot more comfortable if he was gay. Same with a hairdresser. And if you wanted to teach your kids to box, you probably want an older black guy. Same with basketball, or a football coach. Maybe you'll feel comfortable with a white guy, but not Asian. So once your group earns a reputation of excellence in a certain area, then that group, then the individuals in that group can benefit. So a person like the guy who advertised Asian math, he may or may not be better at it, but he has a leg up because he comes from a race that displayed excellence in that. Now, this is not a shot. This is an observation. And correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in the chat room, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there anything that you can think of that a black woman can put black in front of and have it be a good thing? For example, can they say, black female math tutor, and people just come over anybody else? Or could they say, black female massage parlor, and people just come more than anybody else? I mean, I guess they could probably say hairdresser, but really the only people that would come is other black women. So, that's not really, you're not catering to the masses on that. You're just saying that, okay, this is a select, you're part of this select group, and within that group, people will come. So it's not like a global standard of excellence. Not many white women are going to black hair salons, in other words. So um, yeah, there really isn't anything that black women have like that. And that's because of, a very clear reason. And once again, this is not a dig, just an observation. They don't really excel at much. I mean, yeah, you see them saying, black girl magic, black girls rock, and they kind of cherry pick individuals, who have done something exceptional or slightly better than somebody else, and then you just find a white girl or Asian girl who did that better, whether it's gymnastics or what have you. And you can't, and even if they didn't, it's not enough to create a reputation for the entire race. So, in fact, when you think about it, it's really like a downer. Like, if you put black girl in front of anything, it kind of makes you not want to do it. Like if they were to say black girl DMV, you probably want to go to another DMV. They was to say black girl waitress, you probably want to get like another table or what have you. You just kind of want to avoid it. Now, so that's a problem. And that's something that, they have to work on the same way brothers have to, or I hope that one day brothers get their math skill up, change the reputation there. And, that way when a young brother puts up, black man, African American tutor or something like that, it will, he'll make a little bit more money that way. So, um, black women being in this particular situation, what do they do about it? Well, the problem is, as I see it, is that the black girls who want to achieve excellence and concerned about their overall reputation, their ethnic reputation, are being held back by the ones who don't, who choose to ruin their ethnic reputation. They choose to do it harm on purpose. This is just to show that they're free. This is the only way that they feel free, is to do anything that they want to do in spite of what society wants from them. So they can go on Maury and have seven guys up there, and come to find out none of them are the baby dad. Shit, like they could do that. It ruins the reputation of all black women in general, and people will look for the best within the best ethnic group, people that want the best of the best. And as long as these women are on Maury ruining your reputation, I hate to say it, you're kind of, this is to the decent black women, you're kind of find yourself in a really horrible position. If people were to go to a group of men, if someone were to go to a group of men and pass out flyers or what have you, about a party that's being thrown by black women, people are less likely to go because you have a reputation of being fat, belligerent, and obnoxious, and generally unattractive, sewing other women's hair into your head, blah, 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 blah. Men do not want to get suited up for that crap unless they have absolutely no other options. Hate to say it is true. And even if that particular party is full of, the best of the best, the men will not risk going because the overall reputation of African American women is so horrible that it just does not draw a crowd. So, decent black women, disassociate yourself from the ratchets. Make it clear that they are cut off from feminine attention and the camaraderie of being a part of a group, because they are bringing you down. All right, so I know I normally end with a queen takes pawn or something like that, pawn takes queen, something like that. Can't really. Well, you know something? Queen takes queen. There you go. I need the queens out there, the decent sisters, to take the ones who are besmirching a reputation. So, queen takes queen. Peace.